My name is Edward Roski, and I've been helping companies plan for uncertainty for the last 25 years. We're here today to talk about agility and how you can use it to weather the coronavirus storm and the resulting economic consequences. In the movie Ford v Ferrari, Lee Iacocca and Henry Ford II wanted to build a car fast enough to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans. They went to Carroll Shelby and asked him to make a fast car. But Shelby and the great driver Ken Miles realized the race wouldn't go to the fastest car. Miles and Shelby realized that the win would go to the car that it could change its speed the fastest. Because you're not just sitting at your maximum speed, you're constantly accelerating and decelerating, and you have to do it fearlessly. Ferrari was concerned with building the fastest engine. Ford was focused on going around a loopy course, gearing up and down for over 3,000 miles for 24 straight hours. And when dealing with an economy changing as rapidly as this one, we have to be those agile companies that are changing our speed, turning on a dime 24 hours a day. I want to give you some examples of companies who are living outside the box, who are thinking of ways to help people and to make sure those companies survive too during times of coronavirus and likely recession. Being like these companies are how we will survive. We will dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge as we accelerate and turn in 2020. And as I go through a few examples, ask yourself, how can my company help people? If you can figure out a way to help people, your company will survive. To quote Earl from My Name is Earl, do good things and good things happen. Carnival and the entirety of the cruise line industry is in dire straits, to use a nautical term. No one wants to go on a cruise ship right now, though they will in the future because cruising is fun. So, how can those cruise lines be helpful in the time being? Well, think about a cruise ship. It's essentially a floating hotel with isolated rooms on a self contained facility. Carnival looked at it and said, our ships could serve as floating hospitals, temporary isolation wards. It helps people and it gives those ships something to do while the cruise industry is officially docked. You may have seen Walmart CEO Doug McMillon during a Trump press conference on March 13th. Walmarts are open in many places for groceries, but people are avoiding casual shopping, as they should. Their parking lots are mostly empty. So, how can Walmart help people? By going out to the edges of their vast parking seas, to use an inappropriate nautical term, but going to the edge of the parking lots and putting up drive-through COVID-19 testing centers. It gives room for Health and Human Services personnel to work, gives room for cars to queue up, and it gives Walmart a way to use their space for good. The fashion industry is in a massive slowdown right now. People aren't out on the runway, they're not looking at and definitely not buying designer fashion. So some of the top designers are taking their textile factories and switching from making high-end clothes to making badly needed face masks. No one is going to the gym right now because while normally going to the gym makes you healthy, right now hanging around in crowds of people could get you sick. So how are they reacting? By keeping people in shape virtually. Peloton, Crunch, Orange Theory, Pure Barre, and others are moving their studios and their fitness classes online. People are home, they're bored, and they want to exercise, believe it or not, because they're going kind of stir crazy. So these companies are not only getting us up off the couch, they're building stronger relationships with their customers. And this may be my favorite story of all. High-end alcohol and perfume makers are turning their distilleries into hand sanitizer factories. Again, they're changing direction to keep us safe, and by extension, it keeps their people employed. During times of crisis, especially economic crisis, companies need to be thinking creatively. How can we offer our products and services in new and interesting ways? And the way to do this is by focusing on helping people. My advice is to brainstorm some additional ideas. Take your top couple of ideas and create scenario plans for each one. What if this idea took off? Or what if it's failed spectacularly? How bad could it be? What will be my financial plan? And what actions will we take? How will we react? Southwest Airlines was founded by Herb Kelleher, may he rest in peace. And Southwest used scenario planning to get them through the darkest days after September 11th. You can use scenario planning as well to get you through this period of uncertainty. Just make sure you stay agile. Change direction and alter your speed. Just do it now. Help people, help your employees, help your company. To stay up to date on all the information as it changes, visit interRel.com/updates. This is Edward Roski with interRel Finance News. Stay safe out there.